that there was a group of companions where, coming back with Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam from the battle of Tabuk, there were among them some munafiqeen, some hypocrites. So the hypocrites start talking and telling one another. One of them said, those reciters of ours, they have the hungriest stomachs, the most lying tongues, and they are cowardly when it comes to fighting. Is indicating about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahaba. Allahu Akbar. One of the Sahaba heard him. His name was Auf ibn Malik. He came to him and said, you are lying. As a matter of fact, you are a hypocrite. I am going to inform Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam of what you have just said. By the time Auf get to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, already the revelation came from Allah Azza wa Jal to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, informing him what these munafiqeen were saying. Subhanallah. They came, those when Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam found out, Ibn Umar radiallahu anhu said, I saw them hanging to the neck of the camel of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, begging him, Ya Rasulullah, we were just joking. Ya Rasulullah, we were just passing some time. We did not mean it. We apologize. So what were these ayat that were revealed because of this incident? They are in Surah At-Tawbah, ayah number 65 and ayah number 66. Subhanallah, my brothers and sisters. As you heard the ayat, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to tell them, you are making fun of Allah and His Prophet and His ayat and His verses. They came and they start apologizing. Allah Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, La ta'tadiru, do not apologize. Qad kafartum ba'da imanikum. This is extremely serious, my brothers and sisters. You have committed kufr after you were believers. You have committed kufr after you were believers. Subhanallah. They were making fun of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They were making fun of the Sahaba. They were making fun of the Haffaz. So my brothers and sisters, I have witnessed that myself many times, and from brothers that are really very good brothers. But unfortunately, they did not know how serious is this matter. How many times, brothers and sisters, you heard somebody saying, oh, did you hear the joke about Surah Yusuf? Did you hear the joke about Surah Al-Kawthar? Did you hear, let me tell you a joke about the hellfire. Let me tell you a joke about the Jannah. Let me tell you a joke about this. How many times we heard that? Oh, there was somebody reciting Al-Baqarah, and then he started by Surah Al-Fil. Oh, Al-Fil is bigger than the Baqarah. So they start making fun. They're joking around, everybody's laughing. No. No, there are so many other things that you could joke about. Islam does not to prohibit us from joking and having fun and having sense of humor, but not absolutely restricted and prohibited not to make fun of Allah, His Prophet, the Deen, the Sharia, the rules, the Hadith. Never ever, my brothers and sisters. How many times you've heard people making fun, especially subhanallah. There are two things people make fun of a lot. Number one, hijab. Oh, look at that woman, a mobile tent. She's at subhanallah. They're making fun of an order from Allah Azza wa Jal. They're making fun of the ruling of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Or look at this guy's, they're making fun of his beard. I'm not talking about a person whose beard is messed up. No, we are supposed to take care of our beard, comb it, right? And make it always look neat. No, the guy's making fun not of that specific beard. He's making fun of the ruling about the beard. Those people with the beards, and they start making fun of them. You look like a goat. You look like, subhanallah. We have to be very careful. One person said one time, oh, they're asking us to go back and to wear the hijab. They're asking the woman to wear the hijab. It's just like asking to go back and riding donkeys and camels. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Or some people even, you've seen that on YouTube a lot. Some people make fun, so they put somebody and they start playing around in the salat so they could make a video that is funny, everybody could laugh about. Yeah, you only found the salat to make fun of. You only found the salat to make fun of it. Subhanallah. But be very careful about making these videos about any kind of pillar of the Deen, or any kind of ruling about from our Deen. Sometimes people will start making fun of the ahadith. I remember one time we were reminding others about that woman, when she put perfume on, she's not allowed to come to the masjid with perfume on. And one guy said, "Oh, you know what? How about, Sheikh, we put some dogs at the door of the masjid to sniff the woman and smell them, and then they kick out the people who have perfume." La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Be very careful. Rasulullah, Allah Azza wa Jal said, "Kad kafartum ba'da imanikum." You have committed kufr. Kufr. Imam Nawawi rahimahullah, he said, if someone drank alcohol or committed zina, and before he doing this act, before doing that act, he said Bismillah as a form of mockery, then this person have committed kufr, have left the Deen. Allahu Akbar. You know, guys, drinking alcohol, Bismillah, and he start making fun of the Deen, like, you know, he's saying Bismillah before he commit a sin, a major sin. Subhanallah. Imam Nawawi said you have committed kufr. My brothers and sisters, this is a very serious matter, and sometimes we say it just to make people around us laugh. Subhanallah. You make the people who are making fun of the people who are practicing the Deen, the people who are making fun of our sisters or our mothers, our daughters that are wearing the proper hijab. Be very careful. Allah said in the Quran, "Inna ladina ajramu kanu min alladina amanu yadhakun." Surah Mutaffifin, right? They used to make fun of the believers, they used to laugh at them. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned a few ayat, then after that, فَالْيَوْمَ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا مِنَ الْكُفَّارِ يَضْحَكُونَ. Today, in the day of judgment, the believers are the ones who are laughing at the non-believers. My brothers and sisters, we have to be very careful about every word we utter. Rasulullah ﷺ said in the hadith in Bukhari, he said, one person might speak a word that is displeasing to Allah Azza wa Jal, and he think it's not important, doesn't pay any heed to it, and for that reason he will sink down into the hellfire. One word. So we'll have to be very careful. مَا يَلْفِظُ مِنْ قَوْلٍ إِلَّا لَدَيْهِ رَقِيبٌ عَتِيدٌ. Every word we utter, it is recorded. So be very careful to make fun of any ruling of our Deen, or any of the ahadith or of the ayat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Is joking allowed in our Deen? Absolutely. Of course, Rasulullah ﷺ used to joke around, but every time he joked, that the incidents he mentioned are true. They did take place. You know, sometimes if something happens, something funny happened with you, you narrate it to your brothers, to your sisters. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam one time, a man came to him and said, "Ya Rasulullah, I would like to have a camel. I want to have a camel to ride." So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he said, "Give this man the baby of a camel." So Rasulullah sallallahu said, the man said, "Hell, so what am I going to do with the baby of a camel?" So Rasulullah sallallahu said, Isn't every camel a baby of another camel?" So subhanallah. So there's nothing wrong with joking around and having fun. That's beautiful. Our Deen does not prevent that or prohibit that, okay? But as long as it's not offensive to others, as long as it's not excessive, constant joking all the time, and as long as it's true, it really took place. Now, very important point. What happens when I'm sitting in a gathering and they start making fun of the Deen? They start making fun of the laws of Allah. They start making fun of the Sharia. What should I do? What should I do? First of all, my brother, my sister, you advise them to stop. You advise them to stop. And if they do not stop, you immediately leave. You leave. Is that mentioned in the Quran? Yes, Surah An-Nisa, ayah number 140. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the closest meaning, "And it has already been revealed to you, Ya Muhammad, in the Quran, that when you hear the verses of Allah Azza wa Jal being denied and mocked at, then do not sit with them until they engage in a talk another than that. But if you stay there, certainly in that case you will be like them. Innakum idhan mithluhum. Innakum idhan mithluhum." then you are exactly the same. Whether you just sat down and you started laughing and you start shaking your head, ha ha. No, 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 no. Yeah, we could joke about many other things. Please do not joke about the Deen. Please, brother, respectfully tell that brother, respectfully tell that sister. No, sister, please, this is haram. I just heard a talk in Surah At-Tawbah. Those people were making fun of Rasulullah ﷺ and making fun of the Hafaz, and Allah revealed ayat that would be recited in the day of judgment, telling them that you have committed kufr after you have been believers. So, please, anytime you see something like this happen, in a very gentle, kind way, remind them, because sometimes, a lot of times, many of these people who joke around these things, they have no idea about how severe is that sin. So gently speak to them, and that they persist and they start calling you names. Jazakumullah khair, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and you leave. Okay? So, my brothers and sisters, this is a very serious topic. Please advise others, maybe forward them this video, inshallah ta'ala, so we could all benefit, inshallah ta'ala.